They'll be calling you a radical. I wanted to hurry and get this video up while I had time. This is a major, major story. This is information you'll get nowhere else. And you guys can go into epic denial all you want about Fukushima and the cancer that's ravishing this country, ravishing. This has come out today. The junior congressman in Hawaii has died of pancreatic cancer. And you're like, oh, there's no evidence that Fukushima has increased. That's bullshit. When I was in the bone marrow transplant center, and my doctors will verify it, all right, one of you could come up here and do an interview and I can prove all this. It ravished this place. Stronger, more aggressive, more of it. The cancer epidemic's on. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you can't make, this shows you how in touch I am. How in touch I am. Eat, sleep, dream, this Fukushima, the cancer, my place in time. When I put up that video, you could see I did that video at sunset at my house 2 days ago. I didn't know this report, and I knew it was going on. I didn't know it was out. Everything that Kevin Blanch has been saying from right here from day one. I was in the bone marrow transplant center in January of 2012. At that time, in 2011, that whole winter, I was going in and out of a coma. Those kids inside San Onofre were leaking stuff to me in the fall of 2011 while I'm sick, say they're cheating on the exchange, they're cheating on the exchange. These people at San Onofre need to go to fucking prison. They need to go to fucking prison fucking now. They need to go. This is the most heinous fucking crimes ever. Cover up everything that I said right there on the heels of fucking Fukushima. I mean, PV Cherry, fucking all these Cal Edison, the full blame. So they spend millions of dollars on this commission to sell you everything Kevin Blanch told you day one. To why I'm fighting for my life. You don't want to believe me. Maybe you could believe these guys, huh? So it was done with malice. Just like I said, they were cheating on the exchange. And I want to say this, and I hope he can find it. The young man who they made mop up the floor, and I talked to him back and forth. I was very sick in those days, very sick. It was hard for me. But, I mean, you need to soothe their asses into oblivion. I hope you're not sick. I hope you're still with us. The place is radioactive. Now, I need to be in Oceanside. I need to be at Oceanside on the 26th. Now, I'm having trouble finding a cheap plane flight. The flights are outrageous right now to San Diego. What I'll do, if I can find them cheaper, I'll fly to LAX and I'll get on the train. And I'll go down. And I can stay anywhere. Peter's in San Diego. He can drive me around. I haven't heard from Lori for a little while, but, Bill's right there at Sonoma. Sonoma would be perfect. Any of those areas right there. But I need to find a place to stay. I need to be there. I'll go down there anytime. Pronto ASAP, but I need to get down there. Pronto Mundo. I'd like to spend a lot of time and do some more work down there as far as the tide pools, whatnot. But this is a major, major breaking story. I didn't know that, and it just shows you. I was just sitting there by my house, eating my plums, and I'm like, I need to get this in the domain that they were cheating and lying. And I did that just 12 hours before the study comes out, because you can see I shot it at sunset the night before and uploaded it the next day. Wow. I mean, my mind's all over this thing, and this is more breaking news you will not get. Just like I said on the K9, I talked to my friends in the Navy. I says, don't get excited about this. Don't get excited about this. This isn't good. This is bad. Record runs early on the K9. So you look today, which the K9 always peaks on the 24th, the 25th, the 26th of July. Right off the get, it peaked. They've already collapsed. Full 3 weeks early on the peak. No little run, then peak, boom, boom. It was just boom. It's already, they're reporting, 18,000 today. Yesterday, 13,000 today. That should be 60,000. The Bonneville number's at 240,000. It should be 900,000. The Copper River runs over. The Copper River runs over 60% by volume. We're talking 20% by weight. This is a catastrophe. The Great Pacific, you go into now all you want. Tide pools are all freaking empty, dead. Dead wells, freaking well. I've done all this work. Freaking, I want to talk about my place. The Stewart Library right here on the campus of Weber State University, where I've done all this incredible work. This is where Edward Abbey did a lot of his work. There's a lot of infamous great activists who've done work in, Fawn McKay Brodie, Bernard DeVoto. I can go on and on and on, the people that were in this place. The Unabomber problem most likely was in here. Mark Hoffman did all his forgeries in here. The Howard Hughes will right there was forged in there. And I go on. Now, D.B. Cooper, professor right here, it's true, So, and I can go on and on and on. This work that I've done, I think it's historic and it's important that I did this, which this is the University of General Electric. I used to teach right there. Clyde Cooley was killed. The water school business, those are the people who built the reactors at Fukushima, Japan. I think it's so important that I did this in the belly of the beast. This is a major, major story, and my heart goes out to He has young children. I mean, I saw this come across. It brought tears to my eyes. You know, Fukushima killed him. Got in his pancreas. My friend Richie, who lives right where they pounded. I mean, I'll get really emotional about this. I mean, I love Richie. He lives right next to the Energy Solutions dump site out there where the Enola Gay hangar is. I mean, he's a beautiful person. I mean, I love that guy. You know, that's where they parked the generator, and it was so hot. We went out there Geiger counters, me and another activist, when we were full of leukemia. I mean, this is so criminal. They dragged that across freaking 80 right out there where they are. You know, same cancer in his pancreas. They've given him 3 weeks to live. Perfect, just a stomachache, just like me, the same cancer as me. Wow. You know, you go denial all you want. Fukushima is murdering. It's causing so much cancer. He lives right there. Wow. You know, the young, I mean, I don't know what to say. He's got a young family. He's got young children. He's 49 years old. You know, good health, pancreatic cancer. I mean, that shit, it should never happen. I mean, and all you fucks can go in denial. You Madame Curie fucking deniers. I mean, Madame Curie and Balco's who you all are. I need to be there to put it into the domain as the Land Commission hearings at Oceanside on the 26th, and then it's up at the library. You know, I do all my work. I'll get out. You know, I should get these out of my wallet right here. And, you know, we go over. I'll do it right now. My old torn out wallet. You know, look at all these library cards that I've acquired on this fight of mine. I could write a whole book. In fact, I think that's my Oceanside one right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, I settled that argument for Oceanside and Pacific Beach. Which one's actually closer to the ocean? Because they're right there and they're grand. It's Oceanside. It's right there. So, you know, I love that place. In fact, I've renamed it Concrete Side. You know, I went to the farmer's market there last year, and there's 102 booths, and there was one farmer, and he's from Mexico. But, so, anywhere along there, I need a place to stay. I need to get down there. It's important that I do this work. Then off to New York. My whistleblower says he's going to come forward about the leaking spent fuel pools at Indian Point. I mean, I wear so many hats. I've got so much work going on. I mean, wow. I mean, I'm handling a lot of things on a lot of fronts. You know, the Great Pacific Genocide, this mass murder, these rats at freaking San Onofre. You know, they killed my father. You know what? Pendleton's there? Yeah, they nuked him to death in the Nevada test site. I had 0.06 survival chance, AML leukemia. Our whole group that went in there, Paul, Carla, Tracy, you know, Dana, so many of us. You know, Marshall Jensen, the famous, you can look it up. He was the first guy to get the HIV injection to fight his leukemia. Feel good stories all over. He was in the room next to me. Nobody's heard a peep. You know, they would say, nobody report anything. He died in November. You'll get that nowhere else. You know, Nancy died, the whole herd of us. You know, so many. You know, it's an epidemic. And if you don't think Fukushima hammered us right here, it hammered us. We know that by the mapping. You know, so these trolls and these rats that try to go after me, I mean, they're being played by a bunch of freaking, I mean, they're such fools, plagiarize themselves, commit such malice, you know, such character assassin. I mean, it's just a joke what the fuck these PR firms, you know, talk about karma. These people, PV and Pickett's and Cherry and Kamala Harris lets them off. Jerry Brown's roommate at Yale Law is the appellate judge that says, no, we don't want to see the emails. This is such incredible crimes in Southern California. I mean, this proves everything Kevin Blanch said from day one. Why in by me? You can't make this up. That's my Fukushima fish hook. Rex named it that. You know, as you remember the famous kid Astro, who was walking the Pacific Trail while Kevin Blanch was walking the coast of California. I didn't even know it was Astro. Rex was with him. We talked back and forth constantly. I didn't find out till later, after he died, the astrophysicist kid at Cal Berkeley. He and I talked back and forth constantly. He watched my videos every day. He died on the trail. You know, this is heartbreaking. My heart goes out to his family. The Fukushima killed, and I want one other thing about Hawaii. These lying scientists, whatever. The senator-elect, the young senator that you got elected in Hawaii, born and raised in Fukushima, won't say a word. Senator Wyden from Oregon goes to Fukushima, won't say a word. Mike Lee lied to me right there, standing in the bill. You can look it up. The 2 days before he's holding up his buddy Ted Cruz on the floor, his father died. He says, Kevin, I'll get back to you on this Fukushima thing. He lied to me right in public. So many of these people. They've been told to stand down? I don't know. But the greatest crimes against humanity in human history. You know, these people at freaking Edison, at, you know, PG&E and the media that's covered it up and the media that wouldn't listen to me and everybody that pulled back to me. I mean, talk about all me apologies. Yeah, the clock struck midnight. You need to wake the fuck up in Southern California. You fucking idiots. The place is radioactive. San Onofre is radioactive. The greatest break, my favorite beach in the world, the place I grew up, my place that I absolutely adore and love. They destroyed it. Wow. Stay in tune. This is a big story. And like I said, I need money. I want to say this. Everybody that donated to this incredible historic fight, all the people that have donated to this incredible fight, I can't tell you how important it is and how much I love you and how much the world loves you and how much we recorded history. This is such incredible part. The greatest fight in human history. I mean, this is an amazing battle. You know, and I love all of you so much. Without you, you know, none of this would have got recorded in history, and this is so important that it got recorded in history. You know, and I want to say this about this place, my place. You know, this is literature. This is literature. That's why it says publish. And I want to say this to my great friend. The greatest writer, female writer of all time, was a 20-year-old professor in that building. You look her up, Fawn McKay Brodie. No man knows my history. Well, let me do it. I did all this work right there. Every man knows my history. Stay in tune. My heart goes out to all of you that have passed. You know, for the angels, they watch out over me. And I can prove that now. That vibe went into me the other night. You need to get this in the domain, I'm telling myself, Kevin. So I did that rant, put it up the next day. I didn't know this thing was coming out. Come out 12 hours, so I didn't even know. It shows you. For the light it shines in me, you will never take that from me. Stay in tuned.